Alright folks, we're back. Hello. We're going to be getting into another series as soon as it's available, but because nothing's available right now, this sounds like the perfect time to do a giveaway! Riamar, wonderful son of a gun that he is, not only donated us $50 earlier in the cast, but he's given us a $50 Steam card bought through one of our sponsors, G2A, to give away to the chat. So if you guys want a chance to win $50 for Steam, and by the way, to be clear, once you have this, you can spend that on whatever you want. Weird dating simulators, H1Z1, put the money where you want. The point is, it's $50 for Steam. It's coming from Riamar in chat. It's bought through G2A, so use that information to determine what you will. We're going to give that away in chat. And if you've been watching the channel for even 5 minutes, you might not be aware that, but you've earned a Partouf. Every 5 minutes you're in the channel, you earn one Partouf, twice as much if you're a subscriber. We'll be using Partoufs to facilitate the giveaway. So buying raffle tickets and all these other things is done with the purchase of Partoufs. So make sure to get your tickets while you can. Thank you to Erdbeernum, I guess. 5-month resub. Hype. Okay. Zombie, how much should these tickets? How much should each ticket cost?
50 Partoufs.
No, that's too many. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Damn. 10 Partoufs.
Hang on. What? 5 minutes times 50. You'd have to watch the stream for like 5 hours to buy one ticket. That's savage.
Sounds fine to me. Okay, five Partoufs for a ticket.
That sounds better. Like, don't get me wrong, guys. She could say 3, she could say 9. I'd still go with it, but I'm just like 50 sounds fucking mean.
It's always that guy that only buys one anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, I know. We'll have someone go like 5,000 tickets deep on like some raffle, and there'll be like a guy with one who wins. Oh my god, the shitstorm. All right, we will make it so you can buy up to 1,000 tickets though. So 5 Partoufs per ticket. So if you've got at least 5 Partoufs, if you've been watching one best of 3, then you've got 5 Partoufs in your pocket. Buy the ticket, guys. Use what you can. Let's get this raffle started. Whoop-ah! And we'll have the raffle run for about 20 minutes. So we'll get into the winner probably either during the next series or slightly after, depending if downtime strikes us hard or not. But again, thank you to Remar for making it possible.
Well, we are going to be waiting a while, it seems.
Yes. By the way, so we have that mod appreciation show match coming up that we had talked about, hinted at during our last cast during the Alima League. We finally have all 4 players confirmed for this. We're going to be hosting a WCS style group as a mod appreciation show match, where half the money earned during the day will go towards the moderators, half the other money earned will go towards the players in the prize pool. We're currently already at $750 something before going into it, so that's really awesome. But Beyond, Scarlet, Neeb, and Euthermal are going to be 4 players playing in a group-style match. So it's 5 best of 3s.
Neato.
I'm looking forward to that. My only concern, though, is Ryung was actually somebody I invited over Euthermal. Because I'm like, you know what, Ryung's been showing really good games in the Alima League, but he couldn't due to time. Because apparently the WESG Korea qualifiers would be slightly in conflict. However, from what I've seen, the signups aren't even available for those yet.
Right, that's the whole... It's been on Reddit, and it's just... it's not unexpected. WSG hasn't been terrible, but I think that there's so much going on with their live event, maybe? They maybe forgot about all their other qualifiers going on. I have the maps, but I'm not sure who his opponent is. Is something wrong? Passion. His opponent is Passion.
Isn't it always, though?
Hey, that jokes.
Alright, let me join off you for that lobby, and we'll get this party started. So, Beastyqt versus Passion. We continue with the random versus random tournaments. And, of course, this is actually, funny enough, a qualifying match. Mana, qualifying the top side, will be playing those semifinals. But, again, I need to remind everybody playing, or everybody watching, that while players simply qualify by reaching the semifinals, they still have to play out the semifinals for the prize money for the qualifiers. So if they say $10, $40 isn't worth their time, then that's all good. They can do what they like. They're qualified. There won't be any repercussions for it. They'll just forfeit the prize money. Would be the only downside. But I do hope everybody will stick around. I do hope everybody will play today, because I think that it's going to be pretty fun watching more of these random versus random things go forward. We got No Nick. I'm guessing that means no nickname? I don't know. But he just subbed with Twitch Prime, so thank you very much. Also, apologies for the stream overlay stuff, guys. You'll notice that the dimensions are a bit off. That's because everything here is tuned for 1080p. However, for whatever reason, streaming in 1080p has been causing us to lose frames. So we've gone back to 720. Things seem to be smooth so far. I'm hoping not to jinx it by talking about it. But I don't know what our problems have been, and I'm hoping to resolve them without having to build or buy new pieces to the computer.
Yeah, that's always the ideal. Okay, now I finally got Passion out of his lobby. Into ours. Amazing. Someone says that we should have randomed the ticket cost.
If there's a way to do that, it kind of was random though, pitching it to you. Otherwise, I would just set it to 2 as I normally do.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's close enough.
Mod appreciation, Dan's game. Yeah. So I wish we could do it more often. You know, the structure of this channel is very different than most. Like, you take someone like Carnage or some of these other big streamers, and they're all about donations and all these other cool things. And we unfortunately don't get a lot of donations. And by the way, this is not a pity party. Don't a single one of you open up PayPal, because it's not what this is for. We don't get a lot of donations, and that's fine. We've learned to operate around that for 3 years. But we do want to, if we can, for the first time in 3 years, pay it forward and pay it back to our moderators a little bit. So we might not get them thousands of dollars, but if we can even get everybody just a couple $100, I'd be very happy as a thank you for their hard work. If you guys have been watching the channel for years and you've enjoyed watching idiots be removed from the chat and having a wonderful experience, I would encourage you guys to save up for $1 or $2, and on the 14th, 2 days from now, come join us, because I would certainly love to give our mods all the love possible. That being said, while he's not a mod, CK Walsh was the one who helped put on this tournament. So once again, just giving him some credit and love for the random versus random I'm So Random tournament. We get into a brand new best of 3. This is a qualifying match. And in the top left side, he has random into Protoss. We've now seen him with all 3 races. It's Beastyqt.
In the bottom right, as the red Zerg, he is Passion.
Now, I unfortunately don't know much about Passion, so I have no idea if this is going to be his main race, his off race, something he's strong with, but Beasty's going to ask anyways. And if he is telling the truth, then they're both normally Terran.
Yeah. Okay, that's funny, but I guess the question comes down to who has the better off race here. Now, Beastyqt being the pro gamer probably has better just in general mechanics, right? But I know that Passion's like Diamond, maybe he was Masters in a previous season. That can give you something to do, I would say. Like, it's still not great to go up against like a GM Pro, but if you can get something a little bit weird in there, I think you can actually beat them with their off race.
So I'm going to throw a couple things out here, off race references, guys. And this by no means is meant to make me look cool, all right? Fully understand I'm terrible at StarCraft 2, and I'm not at all a good player. That being said, I've beaten other players who are much better than me with their off races, because you know they're introducing the separate MMR. It's not there yet. Nobody's had time to really practice because the landscape hasn't really been there for it. So, for example, when I'm playing TVT versus Rotterdam and I win over there, you're kind of like, cool, Roddy's normally like GM Protoss, but is this Terran up to par? When I beat friggin' MMA at like the Blizzard Secret HQ stuff, like again, like he's playing Zerg over there. It's not the same thing. So off racing can be kind of a big deal. It doesn't really matter so much that you're diamond in terms of like strategy, but it might still matter that you're diamond in terms of like mechanics, speed, and I guess decision making.
Yeah. If you're hoping to play off race against a pro and just win with your mechanics, you're probably still going to lose.
Right, absolutely.
But that's the thing though, like exactly, like strategy can certainly throw them off. hitting like if you only have like a day to prepare and you know you're gonna get Zerg, all right, you're gonna off race on purpose, not necessarily random. You could practice the best freaking all in ever and probably win against the guy who off race because his timing's gonna be a little bit off. Like that observer that's supposed to pop out 20 seconds earlier to save you from burrowed roaches doesn't pop out. You actually take a bunch more damage, but a little less preparation, of course, in this one. And just Beastyqt being such a diverse player as Terran anyway, and a guy who does off race quite a bit. He's definitely one of the main contenders for the top spot in this tournament. Actually, I guess Amana is the other guy, of course, we're looking at, but I'm not even sure what he's like with the other races. Thank you to my pancreas broke.
Oh,
okay.
no. Get that looked at, man.
Oh.
Also,
Yeah,
big. Well, the new sub is always hype. Gotta give some love to Gibby311 for the 21-month resub as well. Sweet Ace 1, Ace 2 on my day off. Ace TC. It's good to hear, man. I hope you have a wonderful day off at that, too. Now, this Adept not getting a lot done, unfortunately, does go down. Rip BC, but killing 4 drones is not too shabby.
No, it's not. Thank you to the donation.
Literally just said,
Oh, wow.
don't go open your PayPal.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done that.
Thank you. Well, hang on. Now I have to wonder, is this even the real Riamar? Because this message doesn't just say hi. It says, oh, I shouldn't have done this. My bad. Also hi.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
someone trying to
suspicious.
do a Riamar impression.
That's really suspicious. Thank you very much for the donation.
Thank you, Riamar. You're awesome,
Passion
dude.
Is doing something really weird. He's going for a double roach warrant. I think it's on purpose because they were so close to each other in timing. But he doesn't have enough gas to actually utilize it. So this is just mistimed straight up. It's also a little bit too early to really think about getting a roach warren in general. I think he's really over preparing against the typical 8 adept run-in, where you don't even necessarily actually need roaches if you're really playing a very technical, I guess, ZVP. So he's just falling behind economy-wise. Like 27 drones, not good.
No.
At all. And it's defensive too. Like if he's attacking, that's a different thing, especially if he does have burrow and tunneling claws on the way, which you would need well, couldn't even get right now. So that wouldn't be a possibility. But anyways, it is defensive because he's also getting the spine crawlers.
Well, the Adept's going to get down here to the 3rd and just get some shots fired. Really not a lot to stop them, unfortunately. So free Queen as they walk on away. They can transfer out of this, too, if he gets really scared. I mean, Passion with the Roaches might be able to take a somewhat decent fight, but, man, Adepts are good. And I tell you, BC knows it.
Yeah, it does. BC has a pretty damn clean Protoss build right here. Like, he's obviously played Protoss and done this build before. So he transfers into the main base, immediately transfers back out for safety. The spine crawlers they're not a terrible addition, but I do think they're unnecessary unless this is an all-in. Like
Agreed.
either get the spine crawlers or the ling or the masslings or the roaches. But the combination of all 3 is unnecessary for what is just a poke. Beastyqt is just skyrocketing ahead in the economy. He's actually doubling his income right now.
By the way, quick update. We have 81 people entered into the $50 Steam gift card raffle giveaway. So chances are still not bad if you guys want to get in on that. It's literally 1/10 of the people tuning in right now. So there's a pretty good chance you can win this gift card, guys. Make sure to get in on that raffle before it closes.
Yeah.
But the Adept splits. Roaches do try to respond, but more drones are going down. And that number was low before. It's even worse now, down to 18. And unfortunately, Passion... Well, Passion doesn't put food on the table, as it were.
He has to attack right now. He's been building nothing but roaches. Just attack with them while you can and try and get some return damage done. Unfortunately, it wouldn't work. I mean, I'm telling him to do this, like it's going to do something. It's not. There's pylons set up. There's immortals on the way. The upgrades are finishing for Beastyqt. Again, this build has been practiced before by him for sure. And Passion, he is going to attack. But this is going to be an all-in. There's no after this.
So just to speak a little bit on the random aspect from it, there's some Korean players out there. It's a funny dynamic because several of them believe that you should be able to play at a high level for all races to understand how to play against all races. And I understand that mentality, but for some, and most foreigners, I'd say that's certainly not something embraced. But Beast, as you mentioned, this does look practiced. This does look like it's something he knows how to do, and this isn't just like a move, luck, or mechanic victory. This is something where BC's actually playing this pretty damn well.
Yeah, I think he's definitely practiced Protoss before. And not just like a once or twice, but like actually like, practice the build order and got it down pat. Because this, as far as this game is concerned, and no disrespect meant to Passion, this has been kind of just Beastyqt as if he was playing against an AI. He's had nothing to really worry about when it comes to like early pools. He hasn't had to worry that Passion was out-droning him, mechanically, macro-wise. So he really could just do everything that he'd want to, and without much to worry for.
The best way I would describe that is that there wasn't really pushback per se.
Yeah, exactly. So Beastyqt could just do like a perfect build order if he had practiced it before, and I don't know how perfect it was. Probably wasn't perfect, but it's probably pretty close.
Yeah, hi, it's me, Riamar. Trust me. Now I don't actually trust this. Thank you for the $25. But I feel like the first one was probably Riamar. I actually really don't believe that the second one was.
Huh.
Well, I can, of course, confirm this by going to PayPal and looking at it later. But either way, Riamar or not, thank you so much. $25 is a hell of a lot of money on top of the other $50. And this is the type of stuff, by the way, again, if you guys are watching and tuning in, and Riamar, I'm looking at you, even though you've already put so much money into this, like, fingers point towards saving that money for our mod appreciation tournament coming up in 2 days, guys. If you got $5, you got $20, whatever your... I don't know how ballin' some of you guys are, but the point is, save that money. We really want to put this, all of it, towards the mods if we possibly can. So save that for 2 days from now. Big thank you to Ailing for the 20-month resub. GG.
GG. Next map's gonna be King Sejong Station in a Passion. This time we'll get Terran as the main race.
If he does really play Terran, that could have also been a lie in a mind game. We don't know.
I don't think he plays Zerk. I think the Diamond portrait again, like I haven't checked his profile, I don't know what he's been in the past, but I think Diamond Zerg would have actually had at least more drones, I'll say that much. It feels like the Zergs that are just starting out are overly defensive.
Well, things may go in his favor. Beastyqt spawns once again with his off race. It's Zerg this time instead of Protoss, instead of Terran. In the top left, it's Beastyqt.
In the bottom right, as the red Terran, he is Passion.
So, everything's getting cut off because I don't have the donation thing set up correctly for this resolution. I'll fix that for next broadcast, guys. But real quick, if Passion does play Terran, my question is, why are you building like this?
That is a good one. He might have forgotten, honestly, or might have just hoped that there wasn't a Zerg player on the other side of the map. But, yeah, you should... There's actually not much reason to not wall off anymore. There used to be a reason against Protoss, because they could poke your supply depots, but that's not really common anymore. Against Terran, you could argue that you don't have to, but even then you probably should, because you don't want Hellions running in.
The argument once upon a time was you would do this because it would save you the most amount of money possible. And if Passion was looking to throw down 3, 5 Raxes even, then maybe I get this, but there really should have been a wall at the front. Real quick shout-outs though do go to Stevens83. He donated $5 and says, here's a tip to increase the donation flow. Put back the John Cena theme. No. I love John Cena memes as much as the next person, okay? I love listening to the bass rumble so hard that my headphones literally vibrate. But if I have to listen to You Can't See Me, My Time Is Now, like one more time, I'm going to flip my shit.
I was rewatching Trainwreck because it was on TV, and it was the first like 30 minutes of it.
So just basically a lot of
the best part.
Really sexy John Cena moments, and also, funny enough, a lot of really gay John Cena moments. Neither of which have anything to do with the other, if you guys haven't seen the movie. Funny enough.
Yeah, if you see the movie, really, you could just watch the first 45 minutes and then not even care about the next hour, I would say.
Yeah, that's pretty safe. That's a pretty safe description of the movie. Old Jimmy! Hi, Rifkin. Hi, Zombie Grub. Thank you for the 2-month resub.
Alright, well, it looks a little bit wonky because Passion did not wall off. There was no early pool. Hopefully he'll have enough Marines to stop any Lings that do try and get past. Which,
no, they found him. He was hiding so good, though.
He didn't get a Reaper, which is a little bit weird, because I think he's trying to go for the 2-1-1. And you can still open up with a Reaper with that.
He's also, unfortunately, being forced to build very funny.
Yeah, he is doing the 2-1-1. I mean, the timings are a little off here and there, and the Reaper would have given him further scouting, but I guess you could argue he doesn't really need it. They're generally going to get the 3 bases in macro. God.
This time it comes in with hearts. Is high not
Ooh.
enough? For realsies, Kappa. See, you can't do this, man. Like, I can check PayPal and I'll do it after this because now I'm actually getting really paranoid. But hang on, talk about that in a moment. Marines are dead. 3 Marines should be able to clean up the rest if I heard correctly. 2 Marines even still. This shouldn't be game ending right here.
No, it's not. But it did kill quite a few Marines and then NSCD building a factory.
Yeah, it stalls out timing. It screws up the drop coming in.
I wonder if there's any nerves coming into play here for Passion. He hasn't said anything, which, by the way, thank you again for the donation. But his build is entirely off.
Oh.
So.
Sorry, this last donation came in from I_R_Lamar or Lammer, but I now realize that I think if you rearrange that, that smells Riamar, maybe?
Well, it's pretty close to Riamar, isn't it?
It's missing an M.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Aramar, R-E-M-R, who are I? He says with a $3 donation, and then Riamar allegedly donates $25. And he says, "Is high not enough for realsies, Kappa?" I want to go back on that one because the Kappa at the end ruins that. Like,
it does.
I would believe that was you. I'd believe, and I feel really bad that we didn't believe that it was you, except for that Kappa, which makes me think it's not you. It's an unfair conversation. It's like you're wearing a mask, and I'm trying to like guess who you are. Take off that mask.
Y'all been silly, that's what. So, I guess to not focus. Oh my god. Thank you for the $2. Not Riamar.
Robathari.
Well, someone's honest.
Yeah, not Riamar. He is a sub though, so shout out to Robathari. Thank you for being awesome and truthful.
Not to focus too much on Passion, like the mistakes that he's making, because again, it could be nerves here, or he could just be. I mean, I'm a type of Terran player that will like go in versus AI and like practice the build until I have it down pat, right? But there are actually people who just will mechanically, strategically, just get. They don't care that their build's a little off. They'll still win, and they'll still get to Diamond and Masters.
Hello.
And I wouldn't say any names or anything, but I'm not sure which one
you can be honest. It's me. It's me. She's talking about, guys. It's.
But for Beastyqt, I guess there isn't actually that much to talk about for him because he is doing. It looks like everything right, of course. Like if there's a main Zerg player casting right here, they'll probably be like, "Well, he has one less queen than he really should." So excuse you, but. You know, everything we see in the production tab, he's going to have enough lings to deal with double meta backdrop. You only need about 20 and the Queen's focus firing to deal with this. You don't even need banelings. And his upgrades are ahead of the Terrans, which they should be. So, it looks fine. He does go off a creep here, and Passion actually had some pretty sick stutter step on his ramp. Unfortunately, just didn't focus fire. That was the one problem. But there you can see that he had some quick fingers, so... Took a pretty decent trade off of that creep, but as long as Beastyqt pushes it back, it's all well and good.
Well, unfortunately for Passion, this really needed to do some damage. When you go for this opener, if you're not going to play greedy with a really fast third CC, the idea is that this lets you get to it more safely. Well, he does have a third CC on the way. It's anything but safe. Beastie has quite a few units bulked up. He's going for some banelings, and while he is playing defensive for the time being, I do think that if you were to attack, you'd probably find some damage.
Well, Beastyqt, if he doesn't want to play out a super long game, he could just try and actually all in with Ling Baneling and upgrades. Not something commonly seen, but a couple of times you try and find the Terran with their production still making. Or in this case, he could just, you know, want to try and end the game. But he is going to an Infestation Pit and getting upgrades, so probably see Ultras as the killing blow to Passion. Unless he actually has some sick ultra counters. I
wonder, because I know for Beastie, for a time period, there really was, just like every other Terran player who experienced this, the lol, ultras are a nice race bro sort of moments. Is that just what he speeds to? Is that what he just says will lock down and secure the game for me?
Maybe. Then you get a Penguin 128 for the Twitch Prime sub. Woo-hoo!
Twitch Prime hype?
Yeah. I'd say, I mean, when I play Zerg, I just go for ultras because that's what everyone does, you know? But also, yes, because I'm just like, these are going to be bullshit, right? Let's just walk on in.
Okay, Widowmines. Good job.
Yeah, right?
So much overkill.
That seems to be where BCB's going.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this isn't being dealt with. It's not even being seen, I don't think.
It is being seen, and it would be heard if he was looking this direction, but I think he's not actually looking at his natural. Like, right now, if he was taking his 4th gas, as he might want to do, he would see and hear this. It's a little unfortunate for Passion. I don't think BC really has anything that can come in through this back door and necessarily end the game, but it will open that pathway for the Ultras and for everything that's following up. Nice creep tumors, dude. Now you can't expand. Way to go, BC. What a mistake! God, have you ever played Zerg before?
Who wants to expand in this base anyway?
People who want a 5th?
No, what's the other base?
People who want a 6th?
Take your opponent's 6th domination.
So rather than take your base here, you should take their base here. Gotcha!
Yeah. Infestors are on the way out. Probably not necessary, but I would say this is one of those things where, like, pulls around, going down, Balin rolling in, good. Pick up, pick up. Alright, that's dealt with. This is one of those things where actually it's funny, as commentators for us, right? But I'm sure Beastyqt, pretty smart guy, watched a lot of replays, plays a lot of games. By the way, 15 SCVs died to I think an Overlord drop.
Oh, yes, it would be that or the Lings.
Oh, the Lings broke, that's what happened. Okay, I must turn the Banelings. So, anyway, a lot of Zergs actually don't get, like, if they're going so nicely up to Ultras, they don't really feel the necessity of getting Infestors, and sometimes they'll just never get Infestors. And we've certainly had our experiences yelling at Zerg players who don't get Infestors. BCD actually gets 4 right off the bat.
Well, the Infestor aspect of this aside, I want to say that was some really great control around the Widow Mines. Yup! Just under $25 from R to the AAA, my lord, to the A, to the M, to the Mar. Hi! Is that the most convoluted way to write Riamar?
Wait, did you shout out Damish?
No, it just came in at the same time, so Diminch as well.
Oh, okay.
$5 says, hi, my name is Riamar, and I hacked every PayPal account. To prove this, I will donate money from my other accounts. Oh my god, the timing on that was so perfect.
Oh, we have Swarm Host on the way. This feels like a broken hotkey.
No, this feels like somebody who knows they're ahead in a game and wants to,
So, okay, before we get, like, to, I guess, like, Passion did not have that great of a mid-game. He didn't have that great of a push just now. He is, or he was, still keeping up with BCQD's army supply. No, he still is, army supply-wise, actually. He is. He's a little bit down on the SCVs. But his upgrades are going to be 2-2, unfortunately against 3-3, but at least they'll be done. And, I mean, it's a little bit scary to go for Swarm Hosts. Like, BCQD doesn't want to throw this game. It's really hard to throw the game, though, when it comes to Banelings and parenting on a creep.
Well, what I think is cool, hypothetical real talk instead of trolling this, is I actually think the Swarm Hosts make an interesting addition to the Ultralisks. Because we get to these points in a lot of games where even pro players stop rebuilding Lings, stop rebuilding Banelings, and it just becomes just Ultralisks. But so it's not going to matter, because he just wiped everything out, so never mind.
This is why it's really hard to actually throw a game versus a Terran player if you still have a lot of creep and Banelings. Because, like, okay, say their one hope in winning this game is one last-ditch fight where they have 20 more army supply than the Zerg player. They can't stim onto creep into the Banelings, okay? Like, they're still, like, they're gonna lose that 20 army supply lead. So he would have actually already had to have cleaned up creep, hope that BCQD didn't have any Banelings, dodge the fungals as well that BCQD managed to get, to utilize his army supply, which is now half that of BCQD.
Those Swarm Hosts, by the way, knocked down the entire depot wall real quick. These Ultras are slowly being dealt with, but not very well. Good games are going to get called. And BC will one in. I like this though, Passion. Big fan of yours. This was actually one of the really cool reasons why we always encourage people to play in our tournaments. Why we almost always leave them as open signups. Because we could say like, oh, you must be at least Masters and at least Grandmasters and all these things. But I like the opportunity to give people a chance to play against people that they're fans of. And this must have been one of those experiences for Passion. So, yay. But congratulations to Beastie. He will qualify through to the top 4. He now moves on to fight against Clem in the semifinals. It looks like for whatever reason the top half of the bracket is taking a million years. I don't know if Fighting Frog just plays like a Super Turtle style or what, but that's Mana's going to be waiting for a while for his opponent. So we'll hop into these semifinals first. Again, thank you to Riamar or not Riamar or Diminch or whoever the hell's been donating. Rabathari and some of the others too. Old Jimmy, you guys, or Old Jimmy resubbed, excuse me. Stevens83 is the one who donated. Thank you guys for the money. Please know that it's going to go to good places like the Mod Appreciation Tournament. That being said though, commercial break while these guys figure out what's going on with Clem and Beastie. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.